Thank you,
Thank
Chavi.
you so much. Thank you, ma'am. I would now request Dr. Surbhi ma'am, Professor and Officiating Head of Department, Pumba, to say a few words.
I think Chavi, maybe Jan ma'am is having connectivity issue. Just hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Chavi, maybe you can invite Sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, to speak, and maybe Jan ma'am can talk after Kalkar, Sir.
I know how to do it.
Okay, ma'am. We would now move forward to the address of Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Nitin Karmakar, sir.
Very good morning to every one of you. Indeed, a pleasure to welcome you all, the new batch especially, 2021. And this program, in fact, is a dream project. We began working on it almost when we were facing the NAC in 2016. Since then, I was in contact with Dr. Deepa Madam, and the kind of basically help and support they rendered during that particular event. Since then, we were actually thinking on this particular part, starting this particular program on the campus of the University of Pune. And I'm so happy that last year, in fact, we began with this. This is second batch now getting admitted. And it's been happening so well. Like, a couple of times I've been to the department, the kind of facility they could create in, I would say, a very small time. And this is a wonderful program. In fact, more or less, there's a direct sort of employment immediately after you complete this particular program. And that is what basically is the most USP of this program, I would call it. You all know that, especially for the student, this is perhaps one of the largest state university in the state of Maharashtra. And at the national level, we are among the first 10 universities. Despite the fact that the state university, we are competing with all national institutions of eminence, institutions of education, whether it is IIT, whether it is IIM, or all central universities, whether it is Delhi University, or whether it is any other university like Jadavpur. So we have not left any stone unturned, and that is basically has kept us all the time very dynamic, very vibrant. The kind of research that happens obviously is of international standard. That to a great extent has given a position to this particular university, and not only position basically, but we could able to attract a good amount of funding from the central government, the MHRD. Under the RUSA, we've been allocated 100 crores. Then apart from that, it is given a graded autonomy status. So we can start programs of our own. In fact, generally on the campus of the University of Pune, most of the programs are postgraduate programs. And perhaps there are very few undergraduate programs, the UG program, and one among them is your program basically. So we have started liberal arts on the campus, BA in liberal arts, this BBA, then beyond that basically there are certain programs that are happening in biotechnology. There is a blended BSc program jointly with Melbourne University. And this year, every year, there has to be a new program. So I'm making an announcement. Again, there would be a program that will be commencing from this academic year is BA in gem and jewelry design on the campus of the University of Pune. So we actually are trying to create all distinct and different programs that to an extent would not only attract the student, but the student would get better opportunity in the outside world. rather than just doing the general traditional kind of education, we must look for something very innovative. And that is what basically innovation is the buzzword these days. And that keeps our flag marching as such. Anupeksha, basically this particular program is actually been observed in the Pumbaa, which is the parent body of your institute, and it's been happening for last 20 odd years, perhaps more. Perhaps looking at it at the central level, the MHRD as well as the AICTE, UGC, they started something a similar kind of a program. It's only the name is different. It's called the Diksharambha. So whether it is Anupeksha or whether Diksharambha, they are one and the same. You are getting introduced to the various different facets of the education that you would be undergoing for next 3 years. What are the opportunities that are present? What basically organization they are to a great extent linked to this particular course? What are the opportunities that are available? What are the etiquettes, manners? How do we work? Then apart from that, other than this, what is the life outside? So everything in this 3 days program, perhaps, I do not know the duration, but during this particular program, you would get introduced to everything. And that's the reason today, in fact, there are giants of this particular subject area who would be having a dialogue with you, giving you ideas, giving you basically a thought process. And that is what is very interesting and important as such. I remember, in fact, the commencement program of the, I would say, Stanford University, year 2017. And I remember the guest of honor that day was Tim Cook, the Google chairman. And he was, in fact, there mentioning about certain things because Steve Jobs, who was the founder of Google, in fact, was the chief guest for the 2005 function. And then 2017, it is the next CEO, that is Tim Cook, who took over after the sad demise of Steve Jobs. He mentioned one particular thing that basically, dear student, that our time is very limited. And therefore, we would not be living someone else's life as such. Your mentor can keep you prepared, but not ready. And basically, you have to strive hard to get yourself ready to face any sort of challenge, to any sort of basically opportunity that you get to see. And this is what perhaps I would like to pass it on to you. Keep working hard. Do not lose the ethics. Ethics are very important. The value system is very important. Near and dear to me also, and it should be near and dear to you all. And don't do any unethical. And basically, you are the students of the Savitribai Phule Pune University. And obviously, it is a different blend and different sort of a, I would say, brand that you would carry. So you have to basically live with the standards of this particular university. I welcome you once again and leave it back to the organizers. Thank you so very much for giving me this opportunity to speak to you all. It's wonderful speaking to you. I would personally come and visit you when the commencement physically starts due to the pandemic. Everything is online. In fact, on 7th of next month, the Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, he would be also addressing us in online mode. So do attend that program also, scheduled at 4:30 on 7th of October. And I invite you, every one of you, for that. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspirational thoughts and guidance. I would now request our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. N.S. Umrani, sir, to address the audience.
Good morning. Respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. Karmalkar, sir, Dr. Prafulla Pawar, Dr. Parag Kalkar, Dr. Deepa Prasad Madam, Dr. Surbhi Jain, all the faculty members of Pumbaa, especially staff members from BBA, Hospitality, Facilities Management course. And my dear friends, once again I welcome you all on the campus of Savitribai Phule Pune University. And I congratulate for choosing one of the most pertinent program that is in vogue on the campus. Most importantly, you are going to be part of a great institution that is Savitribai Phule University and well-known department Pumbaa. You are going to be part of Pumbaa. Pumbaa has a wonderful legacy of quality education, and we have wonderful placement every year. This department is very, very popular in all type of industries, right from manufacturing to service industries. When this course is rightly introduced in response to the requirements and needs of the industry 3 years back. We know all in Indian economy, there are 3 major spectrums, 3 major portfolios: manufacturing, agriculture, and service sector. And in last 3 decades, we have seen that, particularly the service industry has made huge progress domestically and internationally. Almost more than 56% GDP comes from service industry today, and it itself indicates the importance and pertinence of this industry, not in India and globally also. And hence it provides a huge amount of employment and self-employment for young people who graduate from the colleges and universities. Most importantly, we are the students of not only management and administration, we are the students of economics. And hence we must know our economy first. That's why I said in the beginning, service industry is the most important industry today. Because of this coronavirus pandemic, it has been hit heavily. In fact, all the sectors have been hit, but slowly, gradually, this service industry is making some stride, some start somewhere here and there. And recently, I think yesterday only, Government of India and Maharashtra government has decided to open up this industry slowly from 5th October and to larger extent from 15th October. Even cinema is going to be started to the capacity of 50%. So there is a good sign for industry and you people. Coming to the course, this BBA course is having the credits of 132. 30 courses are there, and plus 1 industrial training in 3rd semester. That industrial training is very, very useful for you, because that training is going to provide you knowledge, skill, as well as attitude and values required in various areas of hospitality and service industry, right from housekeeping, front desk operations, food and beverages, engineering, health and sports, and up to safety and security. These all areas are very, very important in hospitality industry. And days have come because of change, because of this coronavirus. Now safety and security is very, very of paramount importance. In that sense, I think not only curriculum, not only pedagogy, not only evaluation, but student support activity is very, very important. This today's induction program is a part of induction, part of student support. Just providing scholarship and providing hostel and having some pedagogy is not enough. We have to provide the counseling and guidance from admission up to examination, beyond examination, even in alumni association. And this university is known for wonderful student support on the campus, always. Hospitality is largely related to relationship management, host and guest. At the same time, we are guest and host. And that is why what is required, we have to have a strong and very, very healthy sense of pride and passion what we do, our course, our program, our job, our assignment. We must have pride and passion for that. Then only we can succeed. For that purpose, we need to go extra mile in study, in research, data collection, analysis, evaluation. This program is very, very important, not only for employment, for self-employment. And our Prime Minister is of the opinion this generation should think of Startup India, Stand Up India, not the job seeker, but we should become entrepreneur. Even this course requires knowledge of a number of aspects regarding finance, costing, cost reduction, revenue maximization, cash flow, all those things. This is one of the outstanding course on the campus. All the important areas have been covered through curriculum, and we have very, very eminent teachers. We have guest speakers, and we have very, very useful tie-ups and collaborations with the industry, wherein you get the practical training hands-on in 3 years. So once again, on behalf of Savitribai Phule University, I extend very, very warm welcome and wish all the best for this course and for your future. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your vision and guidance. Now I request our registrar, Dr. Prafulla Pawar, sir, to address our students.
Thank you so much, Chavi. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Karmakar, our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Umrani, sir. Mr. Vineet Mishra ji, our today's guest. Our Dean, Dr. Parag Kakar, Dr. Surbhi Jain, Head of the Department. Our BBA faculty, Dr. Deepa, Dr. Aarti, Dr. Sangvikar, sir, the Senior Professor in Pumba, all my faculty colleagues, the student coordinator, Ms. Chavi, and all students and parents who have joined this event. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to interact with the new batch. Let me congratulate every student who has secured his admission in Savitribai Phule Pune University, and that too in Department of Management Sciences, and that too in BBA Hospitality and Facilities Management, the kind of novel program that this university has initiated. Whatever you have achieved is not small thing. Let me assure you, it's a big thing. It's something of very paramount importance, as the Honorable Vice Chancellor mentioned. Friends, this university is 70 years old, established in 1949, and in just span of 70 years, it stands amongst top 10 universities of this country. That too consistently for last 4 years, and by none else other than the MHRD, Government of India, its own ranking, official government rankings. We are the only university which is there in top 10 and which is affiliating university and is a state-run university. Being a state-run university simply means it works for masses, and meritocracy is the only way to get into such institutions. If you ask people around, they will tell you getting on the campus, the beautiful lush green 411 acres campus of Pune University, getting into the campus, being on the campus is not an easy thing. Only a few meritorious students can make it. If you track our history, we traditionally run only postgraduate programs, research programs, PhD programs, MPhil programs, and we hadn't been ever in UG, the undergraduate programs. It was 3 years back when the Honorable Vice Chancellor said, let us have a program in hospitality and facilities management. And under his leadership, we conceptualized this program and we launched it. During last 3 years, with an intent, because when we run master's program, we need to have quality students as an input to our PG level. And it was the vision of the Vice Chancellor that we should integrate upwards. So we started several UG programs like liberal arts, as has been duly mentioned by the Honorable Vice Chancellor. Friends, the point I'm trying to make is, it's by a sheer great opportunity and your hard work, you have reached to this stage, this destination. And you deserve a special appreciation, congratulations, because this year, the year you have been admitted in, 2021, Pumbaa is celebrating its 50th year. Pumbaa has been established in 1971 and 71-72 was its first year. 2021 is its 50th academic year. So you have entered this department when this department has started celebrating its 50th anniversary, 50th year. And that makes you even more special. My heartiest congratulations to you. And I'm sure great opportunities are there in hospitality and facilities management. It's not about hotel management. It's like various booming areas where services are required, facilities are managed, and which are more of facilities, like airports, like shopping malls, organized shopping spaces, various corporate offices, service apartments, and several such infrastructural facilities which need to be managed in a professional manner. And that's where this program differentiates itself from the conventional hotel management programs. And trust me, there are great opportunities, huge opportunities. The program, induction program, has been named as Anupreksha, and which essentially means looking within, looking into yourself. We always look around, we always sense around, we always see things around. But at this important juncture of your life, this is the time, this is the stage where you should take a pause. You should contemplate, you should think where you are heading to, what you want to achieve, what are your priorities, what are your strengths, and how you wish to be there where your goal is. And all this contemplation requires your inner search, and that inner search essentially means Anupreksha. Friends, at this age of 17, 18 years, it's a time to make a decision about the career and your future goals. And this Anupreksha, the induction program, helps you do that. I'm sure under the guidance of able faculties, in this pious, holy, spiritual atmosphere of the university, you would grow, you would shine, you would reach to newer heights, you would achieve your dreams, what you have in your lives. I congratulate your parents as well for supporting you make this decision. And my heartiest congratulations to each one of you. Thank you so much. Over to you, Chavi.
Thank you so much, sir, for your vision, inspiration, and your constant support. Now I request our Dean of Management, Dr. Parag Kalkar, sir, to say a few words.
Thank you, Chavi. A very good morning to all of you. Dignitaries on the dais, virtual dais, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Nitin Karmalkar, sir, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Umrani, sir, Honorable Registrar of Savitribai Phule Pune University, Dr. Praful Pawar, sir, the head of Pumbaa, Dr. Surbhi Jain, madam, the guest for today's session, Mr. Vineet Mishra, the faculty members, Dr. Deepa Prasad Venkatraman, Dr. Aarti Prabhu, Dr. Sangvika sir, faculty members, and the students who are present today for this induction program, which is titled as Anupreksha. Anupreksha is Hindi. In Hindi, it's called as Chintan or Manan. So I think you have completed your 10+2, and now you are starting a journey of your graduate program. And for starting this graduate program journey, I think this is a pause in the form of this induction program, where you will learn that how you will have this journey of 3 years. My friend, these are the very important years of your life, where you are going to build up your capacity in this 3 years time. I think you are standing on one side of the runway, opening your mind like wings. And when your goal is decided at the end of the runway, where you're going to fly, and this hospitality and facilities program will give you a destination, a dream destination to land anywhere in the world if you do well in this 3 years time. Just try to understand that this induction program, our teachers, faculty members will tell you the do's and don'ts, content of the program, how you're going to pass the journey of 3 years. But I think we are looking right now, you're enjoying IPL also, we enjoy football matches also. Please try to understand that when we enjoy cricket or football or any other game, when all the players follow the rules of the game. So I think they will tell you the rules of the game, that you have to follow all rules and regulations set by the department, by Pune University, so that you will enjoy the journey. As Honorable Vice Chancellor also told that the ethics and values are more important for all of us to follow, I think. And I congratulate, because everybody has a dream that some point of their life they should be learning any postgraduate program or graduate program in a university campus. So you are very fortunate that after 12th you got chance to the innovative program to have your graduate from the campus itself. So I think you're very fortunate. I would like to congratulate you for that. But the 3-year journey, I think you have to make it very hard. You have to follow very sincerely and see that whatever things have been planned in this 3-year journey, you follow everything which has been designed for you properly. And then you will realize at the end of the 3 years, you will be somewhere in a better destination. You will be there equipped with all kind of skills which are required to you to get a good opportunity to work in hospitality and facilities industry. So I wish you all the best. I would like to congratulate and thank all your parents also. And thank you, organizer, for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your invaluable guidance. I would now request Dr. Surbhi Jain ma'am, Professor and officiating Head of Department, Pumba, to say a few words.
So very good morning to all. A very good morning to Honorable Vice Chancellor of Savitribai Phule Pune University, Dr. Nitin Karmarkar sir. Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Savitribai Phule Pune University, Dr. N.S. Umrani sir. Honorable Registrar and former Head of the Department, Dr. Prafulla Pawar sir. Honorable Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management, Dr. Parag Kalka sir. Shri Vineet Mishra, Cluster General Manager and GM Ritz-Carlton Pune. My dear faculty members, parents of newly admitted students and dear students. First of all, I would like to congratulate you all for securing admission in one of the most prestigious B schools. Founded in 1971, Department of Management Sciences, fondly known as Pumba, is a pioneer in business education. Pumba, friends, is not just a department. Pumba, as I know, is a legacy. Pumba is a culture. Today, we are proud of our very strong alumni network of more than 6,000 plus alumni spread across the globe, many of them working on top CXO positions. Over the years, we have been successful in attracting the best talent from state and national level entrance exams. Pumba has 2 undergraduate courses, BBA Hospitality and Facilities Management with the blessings of Honorable Vice Chancellor and the effort of our former Head of the Department, Dr. Pawar sir, in 2018, we started with this course. And with this, Pumbaa entered into the high growth sector of hospitality and facilities. And you should be very proud students of this course. We have another undergraduate course, BBA International Business, in which we have foreign students, around 27 studying with us. Pumbaa has 3 well-established postgraduate programs. Our flagship program is MBA, MBA Pharma Biotechnology. For continuous education of executives in the industry, Pumbaa has launched Executive MBA. We have a well-established PhD program and a postdoctoral program. Pumbaa also has a unique diploma program for the differently able soldiers of the Indian Army. In this course, we teach it as a social responsibility of the department. We do not charge anything for teaching in this course. For the past 10 years, we have been running this course very successfully and have rehabilitated around 200 Jawans of the Indian Army. Besides this, we have several co-curricular and extracurricular activities. These activities are mostly student-driven and they have reputation at national and state level. We have a very strong corporate readiness program to equip our students with necessary skills required for the transition from campus to corporate. And in the process of implementing extracurricular, co-curricular, curricular activities, we have a very sharp focus and commitment to quality. I'm sure, friends, that you will enjoy and you will learn from your 3 years in this course. And it's a very unique program which will give you a strong footing in a very high growth sector. As VC sir has said, we are a very reputed university and discipline, etiquettes, values, ethics are equally important to us besides competency and excellence. So I would like to end here with the words of Steve Jobs, my favorite lines, that to succeed in life, you don't need many things. You just need 2 things. One thing is simplicity, and another important thing is focus. So friends, stay simple, stay focused, and thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. We'd like to thank all our dignitaries on the dais for their vision and wishes for the inaugural induction ceremony. Thank you all. Now I request Shrishti to take over this session. It's over to you, Shrishti.
Thank you, Chavi. Now, I, Shrishti Prasad, on behalf of Department of Management Sciences, Pumbaa, would happily like to take this opportunity to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Vineet Mishra, General Manager at the Ritz-Carlton, Pune, and Cluster General Manager, Pune. Sir possesses an experience of 23 years in the field of hospitality. He is a seasoned hotelier and a dynamic industry leader. Sir has led the opening of the newly commissioned the uber luxury brand, the Ritz-Carlton, Pune. His previous assignment was as the General Manager of JW Marriott, Pune. During that period, he successfully positioned the hotel as the market leader in the city, despite of intense competition. While Sir is still at the helm of the Ritz-Carlton, Pune, he also provides strategic direction to JW Marriott, Pune as its footprint continues to grow in the city. Sir is a postgraduate in hotel management from the Oberoi Center of Learning and Development, New Delhi. He is always ready to take on special projects and experiment with new trends. Sir is indeed a passionate hotelier and has successfully established and positioned the brand he has worked with in the past with his meticulous and inventive approach. With a zeal of achieving excellence, he has been able to establish himself as a role model in the hospitality industry. When not at work, he is a fitness enthusiastic who loves running and spending quality time with his family. Sir is a avid traveler and takes keen interest in exploring new places, history, and culture. It is a matter of a pride and privilege that Mr. Mishra has agreed to grace our induction with his presence and wisdom. I warmly welcome you to Anupreksha Induction 2020. I request you to guide our young minds. We are keen to hear from you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Well, Shruti, thank you so much. First of all, very, very good morning to everyone. Vice Chancellor Sir, Dr. Karmalkar, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Sir, Dr. Umarani, Honorable Registrar, Dr. Pawar, Honorable Dean of Management, Dr. Kalkar, of course, Dr. Deepa Prasad, and Dr. Surbhi Jain. A very special thank you to Avi as well for conducting such a nice session for us. So when Dr. Deepa actually reached out to me saying that she wanted me to participate and be a part of your first step, as I may call it, into your new career and a first step into a new profession that some of you may be aware of and it may be new for some of you in terms of exposure, I jumped. I wish I had an opportunity to meet you all personally and be a part of this milestone of your life along with your parents. But I'm equally happy that I'm actually getting a session to spend some time with all of you through this online medium. Earlier today we were speaking about how things are changing, and I took a little example where we discussed things called new normal. How will the future look like? How will things turn? When we reflect on it, all that has happened with us has been all in the past 6 to 7 months, and so much has changed, and we all have learned so much more. And I think as humans, as a race, we are very, very quick to adapt, and we are fighters by nature, survivors. So it's like a little river which is going through. In case you find a roadblock, the river never stops. It just turns its way around, finds another way to move ahead. Maybe some forests, maybe some farms do get washed off, but what the river leaves behind for us is a new bank where you can actually go across and cultivate. So I think it's just a very small pause, and I think the future holds a lot for all of us. Now, since we are speaking about hospitality, we're speaking about facility management, we're speaking about the future for all of us on this session today. Let me tell you a few things about hotels and hospitality. They're broad numbers, but they're very encouraging. In 2019, we had close to about 7 lakh hotels and resorts worldwide. These are all the registered ones that we had. We don't know how many of them were actually not even registered and into small homestays and lounges and little shacks across, but just 7 lakh hotels worldwide. Across the world, we have 16.4 million hotel rooms. Yes, 16.4 million hotel. Cities like Beijing in China actually have more than 4,100 hotels in the city itself. Our own city, Pune, right now has close to about 250 hotels of various sizes and business delivery. Most hotels in a city are actually in London. We have got 5 in terms of pure 5-star segments. We've got 75 5-star hotels based only in London. Similarly, there are other cities. For example, Dubai has 61 5-star hotels in the city itself. It's a large industry. It's a very, very large industry. And in terms of pure economy, contributes to $3.41 trillion US dollars to the global economy every year. Over 173 million people are employed directly in the hotel and hotel industry. Directly, I'm speaking about. If I take this number into something which is in terms of service providers, contractors, and everyone else, this number actually starts crossing 270 million, which may be higher than population of many countries as a whole. So these are just a few things that I wanted to share with you. In India itself, we've got about 1,100 branded hotels with close to about 135,000 room inventory. Until last year, across the country, we were doing an occupancy close to about 70%. So just some very, very clear parameters to tell you what is the size and scale of pure hotels and the hospitality industry that you're looking at. Now, I'm not even touching the travel tourism in terms of facility management or airlines and healthcare or other vendors back in kitchens to touch as to what is the magnanimity of our trade. But why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you all this because I want you to understand that you're joining something which exists in every second touch point across the world. And I'm sorry to say this, if anyone thinks that hoteliers and restaurants and bars and travel will stop at any given point of time, it will not. Some of the places which are actually already showing some recoveries, not in India currently, but internationally, they have actually recovered to 70% of their business levels which existed prior to COVID. So I know very often many of you would be thinking, what is my future all about? What is it that will happen to me 6 months from now, 12 months from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, when I graduate? Well, let me tell you something. Only something positive will happen. Because at no point of time, things will slow down for an extended period of time. The way we see something, it may happen that we have a bit of a slowdown in terms of the number of opportunities which you may see in the next 3 to 4 months. But once the business starts resuming back, hotels, hospitality is all about people. We can speak about a lot of technology coming in, absolutely. But ultimately, if you don't see that smile, if you don't see that person coming and greeting you, if you don't see that someone's actually done that little bit extra for you to make you feel special, hotels are as good as a machine. And unfortunately, we will never turn into a machine because it is all about how you make someone feel at a place at any given point of time. So hotels, travel and tourism, restaurants, quick service restaurants, which you see in the mall, cruise lines, are just some very, very small segments that you will see as you move forward and take this beautiful journey of hospitality for yourself. Working in hotels, I think is something fabulous. I remember many years ago, I walked into a campus with my parents, and my father's a doctor, and I want to share this with all of you. And my mother's into education, and I have extremely high regard for all the entire faculty here today, because I come from a family of medics and educationists. So my family's either been into education or into medicine. And to my parents as well, this was something very new, which I was choosing to do. And the minute we walked into the campus, it was a very different feel. It was a very different feel because suddenly, instead of looking at things the way you see in a medical college and an engineering college, we suddenly smelled the lovely smell of bakery products. It was a sweet bread smell which is coming. And my father just looked at me and he smiled and he says, "Well, you're going on a new venture." I said, "Yes, everyone should." And that's where he left me. And what 3 years or depending on the length of your course teaches you, of course, is all the business acumen, things that were spoken about earlier by the esteemed faculty. But along with that, it also teaches you lifestyle. Hospitality is a lot about lifestyle. It's about discipline. It's about grooming. It's about being extremely versatile. It's about how you are able to adapt to a situation and be on your toes at any given point of time. It's also about adaptability to such an extent that should you choose to leave this industry and join something else in the future, and we all have choices, it's a place which will teach you how to very, very quickly change tracks and teach you something to be smart about. And this is something which does not come naturally. It has to be trained into yourself. So I recommend, as you start your course, as you start getting into it, ask a lot of questions. Understand, think, reflect back, and see how you can adapt yourself to something else. Earlier today, I heard something very, very nice, saying that your mentors can actually just prepare you. And it all depends on how you take things forward for yourself from there. Use that opportunity. So hotels is all about lifestyle. It's about putting something right for yourself so that you get up charged up and learn something new. No 2 days will be the same once you come and start working. And I'm very keen and I'm hopeful that you get industrial exposure at some nice hotels. We have some great ones and we'd love to have you also with us in the future to see how exactly does this industry work. Now, to give you an example, we actually have 2 cities in any hotel. One is what you see in front of the house, where we meet our guests in the restaurant, in the bars, in the banquet rooms. And then there's a whole world out there which exists in heart of the house. That's where actually the entire passion, that's where our culture lies as an organization, as a hotel. And that's the place from where you will see the attitude which starts coming out towards servicing, towards creating memories, to making someone feel special. And today it may sound a little different to you, but once you start actually interacting and understanding what hotels are all about, hospitality is all about, you will understand that there's a side of you which smiles internally when you see a guest smile. So don't forget that. It's just not about theory. And to tell you, theory is one very, very important part, but it is not all of it. You have subjects which we are well aware of. You have core subjects and such as front office, culinary, F&B service, housekeeping. Then you have hotel finance, sales and marketing, business communication, engineering, food science, nutrition. They sound like a lot of subjects, but they all are relevant and they all are interdependent on each other. And here's something which I like to give you as a tip. When we go to campuses, when you approach us for jobs in the future, we actually look at what you did in the 3 years or 4 years of your course. We ask you these questions. We want to understand how much of time did you invest from your own side just to understand the basics of what you plan to do in the future. We focus on your first year understanding of hotels. So please do not ignore this. Don't think that you've done the first year, you've got great grades and it's over. When we come across to your campus, when we actually sit down and have a conversation with you, we like to actually understand from you how you look at us. And that you will be only able to do in case you pay attention in class. So Pumba is a great, place to be in. It's got a great, phenomenal campus. I love that space. I go running there once in a while, very quietly wearing a cap, because it's just got so much of positivity to itself that I think all of you are extremely fortunate to be there. But while you enjoy the nature, do enjoy the subject too, because I think that is something which will create a foundation for you in your future as well. The second thing is that I would emphasize on the fact is that please work on your communication. It doesn't mean that if you're a shy introvert person, you won't be able to make a career out of this. A lot of times people say, oh, you need to be extremely loud. You need to be just out there to speak and to contribute everywhere else to make a career out of hospitality. That's not a fact. You might be a very quiet person, but as far as you're observant, diligent towards what you're doing and focused on what you want, I think hotels and hospitality as a trade on its own has something for you to offer. The only thing that I want you to work on is choose one thing and be extremely passionate about it. It could be housekeeping. It could be safety and security. It could be food and beverage. But then ensure that you know everything about the subject. You know, today, globally, we are so digitally connected that from day one, you can start following people to understand what is it that they're doing. At some point of time, it'll start correlating back to you, I beg your pardon, and you'll be able to do wonders with it. But start following, start understanding, start reading and understanding on what the world is all about. And And if you feel one thing is not for you, it's fine. It's fine. Drop it, pick up something else, because we all learn. I started I wanted to be a chef, and I started. By the time I graduated from my second year, I was fairly decent at cooking. I still think I can do a little bit. But I got into mixology. I started doing professional bartending. The final year, I realized that I need to work a little bit more on my public speaking skills, and I took up an office position in the institute that I was in. From there on, I actually went into a management training program, and through my course, I started with food and beverage. I moved into front office. From there, I moved into revenue management. I did 1 year of sales. And these are all opportunities which are coming with the same organization. It wasn't that I was flipping or jumping jobs every 2 years. It was the same institution which was giving me these opportunities of trying out new things. And today, hotels, QSRs, and all other hospitality-related industries give you that opportunity that should you like something, go ahead and do something else too, because you may be better at it. And that's how we work our industry out today. And I'm just not speaking for myself. This is pretty much the norm that we have for most. Now, very often we think that hotels have long working hours. It's an industry which has a lot to do physically. The answer is yes and no. You feel long working hours in case you're not passionate about something. And gone are those days where we used to never watch the clock. So those are things which are pretty much of the past. But it's just that once you start enjoying something, you don't go to work. For me, I have never come to work. I just go and do something, and I enjoy what I do because I love people around. My hotels, the entire team is like a family, and we live like a family, and we party like a family. We party a lot, and we celebrate our wins and successes, and it's something where there's a chain reaction. It's never about one person in hotels. It's about everyone together, and there could be one person who maybe might have done a little bit more and gets recognized accordingly, but it's always about the team. It's always about the family together. So my 2 bits as far as recovery is concerned, I'm coming back to it because it does keep playing on everyone's mind. Hotels will change a little bit. We have something called new normal, and that's what we follow. We have new protocols which are starting to come in, where there's limited occupancy allowed in restaurants and bars, in hotel rooms. But having said that, it's being done more personally for the safety and precaution of our own associates in the hotel. And I'm very fortunate to say that we haven't had too many issues of people getting positives or a chain of infections following through. Reason being that we are investing a lot more in heart of the house as well as front of the house of the hotel, where cleaning protocols are in order. So I won't say there's nothing to worry about, because if we don't follow a protocol, if we don't follow our own discipline, then we will be exposing ourselves. But recovery has been on in a fairly good way. The future will hold a lot of al fresco restaurants, which is outside seating. People would love to sit outside and dine. That's what we are able to see. Unique dining experiences starting to come in. We have something called a contactless delivery system, where you actually do not have any physical contact with the person at all, but everything gets done in the hotel through mobile chat. And your food comes to your room. You go to a gym, and your treadmill will be ready, reserved for you, without you having to go and meet someone at all. So people who want those things to be done, it's already happening. In India now, resorts have started to do very, very well in drivable distance. So in Maharashtra itself, we are seeing a lot of hotels, specifically on resorts and on the fringes of the city, which have seen a huge spike in their occupancy. So business is starting to come back, and as it does, we'll start rehiring also in our hotels very, very soon. So I see a lot of positivity. The road may be a little slow right now, but the road is absolutely good, and something which you should not take a detour from. That's what I would recommend. And all I want to say is all the very best. Do well, be passionate, keep that fire burning, because at the end of it, if you have it, you're in the right place. With that, I'd like to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity to be here with you. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts, guidance, informational insights about hotel, travel industry, as well as about the health center. Also for mentoring the direction for our future. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
I would now request Arya to take over the session by telling us about the e-magazine reflection, the horizon of knowledge. Over to you, Arya.
Thank you, Shrishti. When I packed my bags and came home at the start of the pandemic, never had I imagined in my wildest dreams that the break would be so exhilarating. In spite of the lockdown, our days were action-packed and exciting to say the least. I am Arya Ajit from SYBB HFM, and I'm here on behalf of my team, Sanket Rajole, Mihir Kulkarni, and Amit Rath, to tell you more about our work. We at Pumbaa believe that nothing can stop us. We organized the international webinar series in which we brought on board various industry experts from all around the world to share their experiences, thoughts, and talk to us about the changing trends and the new normal. The webinar series taught us a lot, and we wanted to create a platform to share this knowledge with anyone who wanted to participate. This was the birthing moment of Reflections, the Horizon of Knowledge. The first edition of the e-magazine was launched in May. It consisted of the learning outcomes and takeaways gained from the corporate leaders through the panel discussions, and has created an informed learning for students to adapt themselves to the changing global work environment. The second edition of the e-magazine mainly talks about the online food and beverage competition conducted by the communication cell, Khana Aur Peena. Having the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Nitin Karmarkar sir, send in his favorite home recipes was such a great honor to us. The second edition talks about industry buzz and the lockdown diaries of our students. We, the BBHFM Student Editorial Board, are proud to release our second edition of the e-magazine. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Vineet Mishra and all other dignitaries on board to join us in releasing the same.
A little bit, before we begin, Mr. Vineet Mishra. With this magazine, we are looking at the student editorial board, our training and placement cell, continuously being in touch with the corporate leaders so that we adapt faster to what is happening outside. So people stalwarts such as you, who actually are front leaders for organizations such as Marriott's, would be fantastic, because that will keep us and our students on our toes, sir. So it's a proud moment you're there for the release of a second edition of the magazine, totally driven by the students, I must say.
This is wonderful, and many congratulations to all of you. And yes, as industry, we will challenge you back, because we want to see more and more over here. And I think it's a fantastic initiative, and all of you putting this together in such time, I think double thumbs up. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Arya, can you release it now, please? The whole media cell team.
Sorry,
Sanket, Amit, and Mihir.
Yes, ma'am.
So our Vice Chancellor was very graceful to send us some recipes. I think that motivated all of us to also participate. This was during the lockdown diary, Vineet. So during lockdown time, we told people to give innovative recipes and health immunity beverages. And we had a fantastic response. we had a big consultant from Delhi judge the winners. So yeah, to just keep ourselves busy. You know.
Very nice.
So I think Chavi is already there. She sent a very nice immunity booster drink. Maybe we could send it across to Marriott's too.
Absolutely, we'll standardize it and we can even personalize it with her name.
That is incredible. Chavi, you have to thank sir for that. What an opportunity.
Sir, that means so much. Thank you for that.
But first we'll taste it. Do send one across to us. Thank you.
Very innovative. All of them came up with something
Very
which
nice.
we never thought. Yeah. So we have an international student from Afghan. She gave us some tremendous recipes.
I've actually tried Afghani food and it's really nice. Very subtle flavors it has.
Right.
And ties back to the culture of the space. So I love it. It must be.
So in this edition, we've added student diaries. Our students are entrepreneurs. Sanket has launched many online games. We have students who are in national drama. Then we have people who paint. Arya runs her own blog. She's a footballer. So we've started now also showcasing what our students do, because as you said, it's all about, you know, having everything together. And so in the second edition, in the lockdown time was a good time where students occupy themselves with something other than just being in front of the idiot box. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Arya, for the release of the book. And the editorial team. Great job done. Thank you, Vineet, for releasing it. It means a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you to one and all. Now, I would like to request Dr. Aarti Prabhu ma'am to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Arya. And that was really a lovely magazine to have a peek. And we're waiting for our electronic copies soon of that. Thank you, Mr. Mishra, for releasing it. Means a lot to us. Well, for my thank you note, it starts with a little bit of caution that my words may not quite be able to express my feelings of being so happy and grateful for all those who associated with Anupreksha Induction 2020. It is indeed our good fortune to have the young, dynamic and inspiring Mr. Vineet Mishra, General Manager, the Ritz-Carlton, and Cluster General Manager, Pune Marriott International, take time and share his experience and thoughts with our students. His presence as the chief guest has added immensely to the event. Thank you, sir. And especially a lot of takeaways for me. Students will be like flowing waters and paving their own way forward, especially in these testing times. Sincere and heartfelt gratitude to the leadership of our illustrious Savitribai Phule, Pune University, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Karmalkar, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Umrani, Honorable Registrar, Dr. Pawar, Honorable Dean, Dr. Kalkar. Thank you for taking time to address our third batch of BBA HFM. Your support is and always will be our strength. Immense appreciation and a big thank you to the head of department, Dr. Surabhi Jain, who has been the steering direction in admissions and induction. The relentless execution till perfection orchestrated by Dr. Deepa Prasad, course coordinator, BBHFM, thank you. A big thanks to all the faculty members at Pumbaa for always being there to guide and support in all ways possible. Non-teaching admin members, the pillars of Pumbaa, thank you for the back-end support. I am happy and proud to call out to the student volunteers of second year and third year BBHFM for making today possible. What style and panache. You all are my heroes. Very commendable efforts and look forward to equally engaging sessions in the coming 3 days of induction. And I reserve my most loving thanks to our incoming batch of 2020. Welcome on board. Thank you to the parents who have taken time to join us on day one. We will keep our engagement alive in the following session that starts at 1:30. With this, we take a break for lunch and see you all back here with the same meeting ID. Join for the post-lunch session. Take care and see you soon.
Thank you, Aarti, for the lovely vote of thanks and for just being a partner together to ensure today's induction went off very well. Thank you so much. We'll meet again after lunch.